Hey guys, what's going on? This is Deadly. So today we're going to be talking about weapon degradation, repair, durability, and recoil control soft skill leveling. I'm going to leave the recoil control soft skill leveling part to the end of the video because it's really up to you whether or not you want to choose to actually power level your recoil control. I personally didn't until around level 46, 47, and I'm actually not maxed. I have like level 49 or 50 recoil control. I'm gonna get there naturally because I leveled up to 46 without even realizing it just by playing the game normally. But if you want to learn how you actually gain recoil control soft skill points, then that will be later. But to start things off, it's always been basically something I was told that at a certain durability, weapons will actually start to jam, but I've never actually witnessed that. You can actually use a Shift and T to check the chamber of your weapon. You can actually remove one of the rounds from the chamber if you double click, if you have no magazine, for some really cool animations too. But I never actually experienced a legitimate jam because I was always told it was something that was in the game, but I never really seen it. So we went on woods. I climbed up a little bit of a mountain, not like all the way up, but just a little bit, like a really easy climb. Got an AKS, put some 60 round mags, and purchased thousands of FMJ rounds. And I wanted to take an AKS from full durability all the way down to, well, whenever it would actually begin to jam, or to see if it would actually jam. Maybe it was just some bro science that people were tossing around, because unless you're using an AS Val, most weapons won't degrade enough to the point where you'll even notice. Unless you're really good at the game and you never die, repairing weapons is an afterthought. So it's not something that I really focus on. So it took us about, I would say, if I was to guess, like over 3,000 rounds through the AKS to actually get it to the point where it was actually beginning to jam. Oh, there it is! Hey! It jammed! No shit! How do we get it out of there? Awesome! Yeah, that's sweet. I thought this was really cool and something that most of us never get to experience all too often. The only downside, and this is something that I really hope the developers are aware of, I'm sure they are, but it completely sort of breaks your character when you get a weapon's durability down to 22.4. You can't really drop the gun or move the gun into your inventory or fold the buttstock. It makes your character pretty much unusable. You have to Alt F4, get back into the game, and then use a separate weapon to go to extraction. Now, one of the cool things that we discovered is it's actually really easy to level your recoil control, which makes sense. I have about 150, 160 hours in the game and in raids, not in traders, and I have level 46 recoil control. And I actually do spray down my targets quite often, like full auto. But you also just gain soft skill points if you're just semi-automatic as well. How you gain soft skill points is by firing every single round. The more rounds that you fire, the better recoil control you get. But it also depends on what weapon that you're using. Attachments on the weapons have no effect on the recoil control points, and points are gun-based, not caliber-based. And I want to thank Minker for linking me some information. While we were doing the live stream, he decided to do some testing with 5 different weapons, and he found out that the AKS is in fact the best way to level recoil control. Each magazine, each 30 round magazine will give you 3 soft skill points. An AKM will give you 2.7, an AK-74N will give you 2.4, an M4 will give you 2.4, and a PP-19 will give you 2.4. So the AKS is the most efficient way of leveling recoil control. And you actually, so it also, that carries over to 60 round magazines as well. So you get 6 points for firing a 60 round mag, which makes sense. So if you get a bunch of 60s, some cheap ammunition, and you're a few levels away from leveling up your soft skills for recoil control, or if you want to reduce the overall recoil for all of your weapons in the game, this is one way that you can potentially do it. So I thought I'd share that information with you guys. And since this is a bonus video, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys find this video informative. If you did, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel or checking out the daily live streams every single morning starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or Sundays at noon.